Hola, hola, buenos días. Yo soy el Morano Gallo, aquí, ahora. La hoy, I want to discuss the importance of when you spend your money with the Hispanic community. You know, where it go, what it do. Um, Most of the Hispanic community that's over here in the workforce, when they work hard, they send about 80% of that check back to their country. Countries like Guatemala, Honduras, Venezuela, countries that the currency changes drastically. Okay, but first I want to talk about the restaurants. Okay, the Latin restaurants are usually designed financially to support their workforce, so they're not going to charge an arm and a leg for a soda, for a sandwich. Mainly, you can get a good meal for about $15. You know, if you're in a Latin community that's predominantly Latin, you can get a taco, you can get a tamale, a beverage, and that's how they eat. But again, they service their food and make it affordable, which is again fresh, um, very tasty, delicious. But it's not only food; it's goods. You know, you go into a grocery store, their prices are not inflated. And the Hispanic people, Spanish, Latin, however you want to describe it, because I know I want to stay sensitive because Mexicans really don't identify as Spaniards because of the wars that went on with the Spanish culture and the Mayan culture. And, so I don't want to get too iffy and ticky tacky with the wording, but I do respect the culture with those lines. But uh, all goods. You go into their grocery store, they don't have inflated prices. You go into the hair salon, it's not, again, inflated prices. You can get a good haircut, as I mentioned in the last video, for about $20. Again, tip. So when you think you're not giving back, you're actually giving back when you partake in buying or purchasing Hispanic goods, because the revenue last time I checked in Guatemala was over 1 billion, and that was in 2022. That was sent it back in currency from the workforce in America. So you had um, the immigrants in America that were working, and their money's being sent over total to over 1 billion, and that was in Guatemala when I checked. But when you checked other countries, it might be definitely more. So they are sustaining their country by working over here and sending the currency over. And we look on America and say, hey, we don't support certain countries, but those countries are being sustained the more we allow their workforce into the country. So that's kind of the trade off that we're doing. Now, Mexico has a different trade off because we have different agreements and different trade agreements in place that allow us to, trade off. You'll see the avocado commercials, and those avocado commercials, highlight, what we're trading with Mexico and what we're allowing into the country from them. So different countries have trade offs with us, and I'm not quite sure. I'm not a big expert on that, but I do watch how that currency moves. But again, for you, one of the benefits of socializing in the Hispanic Latin communities and getting to know Spanish and speaking with persons, not people on the telephone that you can practice with, but in person, your coworker, a person on the street, or someone that needs help in the grocery store. By interacting or knowing the language, you bring yourself into a whole different lifestyle. A lifestyle you can save money on if you begin to interact. So that's one of the big benefits I want to discuss of learning the Hispanic language and socializing. So, yo soy Finito, and that's it. That's all I have. Uh, you have a good day. Que tengas un buen día. And I am out. I'll see you later. Hasta luego. Mwah.